Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up
morning.
Wednesday. I'm Steven,
I'm John.
and we're so glad you're plugging in with us throughout your week. Whenever you get a chance to watch this, this was recorded on Wednesday for Wake Up Wednesday,
At 10 o'clock p.m.
p.m.,
10
a.m.,
o'clock a.m.
10
Central.
o'clock a.m. We hope everybody's having a great week. I know we're getting closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas, and so we know that your stores are starting to get busy with a lot of different things. And so just know we're praying over you, praying over your stores, praying over your staff, your customers that are going to be coming in the store. And so just know we'll be in prayer over all of that, be in prayer over us as well.
Christmas music.
We
It's
started
coming.
Christmas music
It's Christmas
26.
quarter. I mean, if you didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, John and I start Christmas music on October 1st. And so we really like the Christmas music.
Yep.
And so, yeah, so we're full in swing for that. And we tried one year to do September 1st.
It
It
was
was
too much.
was a little too
Christmas
long.
quarter is a good.
Yeah, but October
My
1st.
family doesn't believe there's a Christmas quarter, but I'm convincing them slowly.
So,
So,
question of the day is when do you start? Put it in the comment section. When do you start listening to Christmas music in your car? Because we know in the store it probably starts earlier than maybe. When do you actually start listening to Christmas music on your own?
yeah, there you
And
go.
yeah, and so John, what do you have for us? We're just going to try to keep this real short today, and so
Sorry
John's
about
going
that.
to jump into that now.
Yeah, so just recently in our industry, we've seen a lot of price changes happening a lot, and so that's kind of what I've been thinking about this last week is what we can do for that. And so it's very important that you run the program IVDC.
Inventory database changes.
Yes, compare, but close. Inventory database compare. And so what that's going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and bring up the software here. And so each time you get one of the little micro, if you're on version 8, when you get the little micro SD card, you're going to want to run the update. Once you run the update, you're going to go into the program IVDC and
Inventory
then
database compare.
compare. Good job. And so then you've got several options here. Along the right side, you have CB&M price. That's going to compare the prices. That's going to compare it to our database files that we send out on the update. The second option is use highest price. That's going to compare our database and then your inventory, and it's going to use the higher of the two. That might be a good option for you to use if you have special items in your store. The big thing here is this is a big version 9 perk. Is you get your update every week, and so on a weekly basis you can actually run those because here, just like I said recently, we're just getting lots and lots of changes. I think we're seeing a lot of price changes. Mostly, the biggest price changes are your commentaries and your Bibles. So I just wanted to point this out today to make sure you run IVDC. If you're version 9 store, you're getting that update weekly, and so I would recommend running that weekly. Just to kind of go over these options here, match prices, that's going to be a yes by default. And then those options along the right is the used Christian books and more, used highest price. Only changes since the last update. That's okay to run. That's okay to run, but you have to make sure you run it every time you get an update. If you forget to run it one time, you're not going to get all those changes. Just one note, there's a sysconfig. Sorry about that. Sysconfig, I'm going to go ahead and go into that here. I'm going to take your keyboard. And so it's sys, and then you're going to go down to configuration file, change miscellaneous configurations. You can't see my field number, it's behind us, but it's field 2095. And so right here, don't make IVDC changes for less than. I'm going to put mine to like 5 cents. So that's going to say if the price doesn't change, it's not going to actually change the price until it gets to 6 cents. So that if there's a bunch of 1 cent changes, because another thing that IVDC does is after you run it, it does pull labels so that you can print labels. So once you run IVDC and it finishes processing, go into IVL and then you can print all of the price labels that changed. And so that's just something we do for you. It's going to be a big money saver. Like I said, if you're not on version 9, I really recommend that you update as soon as possible. Give Stephen a call to do that.
Our goal is to get all stores at least on the conversion list by the end of the year. We obviously don't expect you to convert in your busiest time of the year,
Right.
but we're starting to book up January, and so we want to get you scheduled and get you converted where you're using the compliance software. And version 8 has now been frozen over a year, and so we want to get you those changes.
Just to note, if you're a version 8 store and you just got the update, your program version on the front screen, it will remain on version O because we didn't do any updates to the software. So version 8 is going to get only critical changes, and so you're not going to see that change on that front screen. You'll see the database date change because you are getting the database. But just so you know, that's why if you can go to version 9, that's great because the prices are changing a whole lot. In version 8 stores, you're only getting the update once a quarter. So 3 months worth of price changes is a lot. If you're on version 9, definitely run IVDC. I would recommend every week. You get that, and maybe do the price changes on a Thursday because we do an incremental weekly backup throughout the week. So by Thursday, you should have the update for sure. So anyway, that's what I wanted to cover today.
Yeah, so we know it's a little short today, but we're going to try to keep these short so that you can watch them really quickly and not take you away, especially as you get busier and busier as Christmas gets closer. We're going to try to keep these short so they're easy to watch and not take a lot of your time. So we're very thankful for all of you. If you have any requests or anything, just put them in the comment section. Email us, whatever's most convenient. But you have an amazing week, and we are out.
Love you.
Bye.
Have a great day.